The North Brunswick Scorpions baseball team was thrown a curveball when head coach Randy Fennell was forced to resign earlier this season. But the team has since caught fire and will be taking their swings not only for a state championship, but for their former coach as well this weekend. Purnell Sweat gave up 53 points last week when they hosted Hoggard. That type of stat had to have the Wildcat players sharpening their claws over the thought of Purnell Sweat coming into Legion Stadium. From the outside, Triton High School looks just like any other in the state of Indiana. But in this gymnasium, the school is setting itself apart and making a name for itself as a powerhouse in Indiana high school basketball. John, after a week off and a year to think about it, East Bladen had revenge on their agenda against Whiteville tonight. But this game felt different than last year's contest. Perhaps that's because both teams had new head coaches this season. Last year's trend seems to be continuing. After a 2-0 win in the season opener at home, the Wilmington Hammerheads dropped a pair of road games last weekend. Tonight, they return to Legion Stadium to take on the Richmond Kickers. While it's early in the USL Pro season, points in the standings were a must tonight. Midway through the first half, the Hammerheads were looking to capitalize on a long cross into the box. It would be scoreless at the half. In the 73rd minute, after a handball in the box, Luke Vercolone, he's going to take a penalty kick and hit nothing but the back of the net. He puts Richmond up 1-0. Still 1-0 in the final minutes. The Hammerheads desperate for an equalizer. Michael Seaton is going to block the shot, and Seaton's going to have nothing but artificial turf in front of him. Talk about a breakaway. You very rarely see this in soccer. It's simply a foot race, and Seaton goes coast to coast and cashes in. Richmond wins 2-0. The Hammerheads fall to 1-3 on the season.
We had 14 players fit tonight. That's all we had. But hey, I'm proud of them, the way that they played. And when we got the ball, we got it down, and we tried to play. We're a little unlucky at times, but that's football. You know, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, but you know, I think Richmond will find themselves pretty fortunate. They got a 2-0 victory here tonight.
The UNCW baseball team returned to the field for the first time since losing 2 of 3 last weekend at Towson. The 8-game road trip is over. Let's head out to Brooksfield for the highlights. UNCW would be glad to be home. They would plate 5 runs in the first inning, 3 on a Christian Wolf home run. But that's where Northeastern's comeback begins. Top of the third, Brad Burcroft with the sharp single off UNCW starter Matt Batts. Aaron Barbosa, he's going to get on his horse. He's going to slide in safely. The ump would also be safe on the play. 5-2 Seahawks. Still in the third inning, Rob Fonseca at the plate with a man on third. It's going to be a fly ball to right. Tyler Molinaro is going to catch it a little too deep to throw Burcroft out. We've got another ump down at the plate. That gets me every time. Lead down to 5-3. UNCW would make it 6-3 in the fourth inning on a Terrence Conley RBI single. Ryan LaGrange in to score. The Seahawks hold on. 7-6 is your final from Brooksfield. Game 2 of the series is tomorrow at 2 o'clock. To high school baseball we go. Hoggard and New Hanover at Buck Hardy Field. Vikings with the Mid-Eastern title already in hand and ranked 3rd in the state. Jack Faircloth at short with the routine grounder. NC State-bound righty Joe O'Donnell on the mound. He was looking sharp as always. Hoggard would break through in the second inning. Miles Abernathy's going to deliver. It's an RBI double for Abernathy and a 1-0 lead for the Vikings. O'Donnell, he would continue to keep New Hanover off the scoreboard. If the easy little comebacker here, he's going to show off his athleticism and show he can field his position. He's going to get it done with the glove and throw the runner out at first base. And then it's that O'Donnell kid again. This time at the plate, Harrison James rounds third and scores easily. Hoggard wins 3-1 to finish 9-1 in the league. Up College Road at Landy tonight, the Bucks would blow out crosstown rival Ashley 13-3, and that gives New Bern second place, Laney third, and Ashley fourth. The Mid-Eastern softball title was also on the line in what boiled down to a championship game between Ashley and Laney on senior night. Caitlin Adams would come up big for her team in the final home game. The shot up the middle puts the Eagles on the board first, 1-0 Ashley after 1. In the bottom of the second, the Eagles bats would heat up again. Taylor Carter hits a dribbler to second, but it goes off the first baseman's shin. That one would really hurt. 2 runs would score on the play. 4-0 Ashley after 2, but the Laney girls wouldn't go down without a fight. Griffin Cox, she got her lucky bow from the stands before this at-bat, and it worked out nicely. His teammate Alexa Parker comes around to score, but it wouldn't be enough as Ashley holds on for the 5-3 win, and even more important, they take the Mid-East Conference title outright. Big news tonight out of West Brunswick High School, where Scott Frazier has been recommended to be the school's next head football coach. Former head coach and current athletic director Jimmy Fletcher recently gave Frazier a glowing recommendation, saying he felt Frazier's background would allow him to hit the ground running and that his college connections could help their kids get to the next level.